Hello Bookish friends, today is a very exciting day for me. For this Tag Tuesday, I will do the original tag that I created, which is the books of Alfred Hitchcock tag. I was inspired to do this tag because of a reading goal that I made for 2022. 2022 is the 100th year anniversary of Alfred Hitchcock movies. He directed his first movie in 1922, and what better way to celebrate the Alfred Hitchcock movies in BookTube than creating a tag inspired by the very famous Alfred Hitchcock movies. For this tag I chose 8 movies that were significant to their time. So let's get on with the questions. The first question is The Pleasure Garden. The Pleasure Garden is a 1926 silent movie about two girls. One of them is a musician and one of them is a dancer. So let's talk about a book featuring a musician or a dancer. When I created this question, I was very surprised that I didn't read many books that are about musicians or dancers. So I chose a middle grade graphic novel, which was To Dance, a Ballerina's graphic novel by Shanna Carson Shiegel and illustrated by her husband Mark Shiegel. This was a cute graphic novel which talks about the hardships and the ordeals that Sina had to go through to become a professional ballerina. Second question is The 39 Steps. The 39 Steps is a 1935 film that is full of action. So let's talk about a book featuring a non-stop action. When I think about non-stop action, I immediately thought of 39 Steps by John Buchan, but I did not want to cheat. So I chose a series that I really do like reading, which is Robert Langdon's series by Dan Brown, but especially Inferno by Dan Brown, I think has the most non-stop action. Robert had to go from place to place to run away from the criminals who are about to take over the world, like in all of the books. Those books are formulaic, but I really do like reading about Robert Langdon and his knowledge about all the architectural buildings and art pieces. Question 3. Rebecca. Rebecca is a 1940 film about a woman who is the second Mrs. DeWinters. Let's talk about a book featuring a second, a third, or fourth marriage. Many of the romance books actually do feature second marriages, but I chose a book from the series that I started and finished last year, which was When He Was Wicked by Julia Quinn. In this book, Francesca Bridgerton has been widowed at a very young age, and she deals with the emotions that she has for her deceased husband cousin. Question 4. Strangers on a Train. Strangers on a Train is a 1951 film with characters with questionable morals. Let's talk about the book featuring characters with shady morals. I will talk about a book written by Barry Westmacott, Giant's Bread. The hero in The Giant's Bread had very questionable morals, although he did not commit any criminal activities. Things that he did during the course of the novel was not likable, to say the least. Question 5. Rear Window. Rear Window is a 1954 film with a main character who is temporarily wheelchair bound. Let's talk about a book featuring a character with disability. Cinder by Marissa Meyer is my answer. In this retelling of Cinderella, Cinder is a cyborg with prosthetic leg. She is a very strong female heroine, not bound by her disability. Question 6. Vertigo. Vertigo is a 1958 film with a character that goes through a makeover. Let's talk about a book featuring a character that goes through makeover or physical change. I actually do not like the idea of a makeover just to appear attractive to the romantic partner. But in Bare Science by Penny Reid, the heroine Jennifer goes through this makeover just for herself, not for Cletus, who is the romantic partner. Although Cletus fully supports her, it's not because of him that she goes through this. It's because she feels more confident and she looks the way she wants to look. Question 7. Psycho. Psycho is a 1960 film with a dominant mother. Let's talk about a book featuring a toxic parent. Among the books that I've read, The Glass Castle by Janet Walsh has the most toxic parents in a book that I have read, in my opinion. The fact that this book was a non-fiction memoir made it much more bitter to read about. It's very sad that people who are not ready or fit to be parents can easily become parents, and their children have to pay the price for this. The last question is The Birds. The Birds is a 1963 film in which birds do get violent without any apparent reason. Let's talk about a book featuring an unexplained phenomena. It shows another non-fiction book which was written in 1968, Chariots of Gods by Eric von Daniken. In this book, historical monuments such as Egypt pyramids and Mayan temples, which are really hard to build with normal human force, is explained by the visits of the aliens from outer space. I read this book when I was in high school, and I found it a very creative piece of work, but I never believed that because I'm not a believer in aliens. I thought it was a very well-designed book with essays that promotes this idea. Those were my answers for my original tag, the books of Alfred Hitchcock tag. I want to tag some of my friends. First of all, I want to tag the lovers of mystery and thriller. Naomi at Naomi's Bookshelf, Janelle at Too Fond of Books, Alice at Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, Kevi at Says Kevi, Nikki at Red Dot Reads, AJ at AJ Dunn Reads and Writes, and Kate at Kate Howe. Also want to tag Shannon Riddler, Jen at Remembered Reads, Deborah at Booking with Deborah, and Emily at Novel Novels. And of course, I would like to tag anybody who wants to do this tag. So please comment down below about a book that features a musician or a dancer. Apparently, I need to read more books from this subject. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye! For Turkish word of the day, since Alfred Hitchcock was a very famous director, I thought director should be the word of the day. Director means yönetmen in Turkish, and yönetmen is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day!